everybody, and welcome back to Noodles at Noon, the show that focuses on things that are not worth focusing on. I hope you're all doing happy, healthy, and well on this Monday morning or afternoon. Actually, this would be
exactly
morning. It's exactly at noon, by the way. I hope you all are doing well. I am your host, Ben, who is Bill Gates' surrogate number one. Is that how that works? And I'm joined by Bill Gates' surrogate number two, Noah.
Hello. Yeah, we both have exciting updates from the week. I'm excited to talk about them.
Yeah. And we are joined this week by the wokest of us all. It's Michael.
I honestly don't know what that means, but I feel like today is going to be a good show. I have some really exciting news coming up in just a moment. Please like and subscribe. There's going to be a large red arrow pointing to my face. And, yeah, clickbait. But it's going to be a good show. I can feel it in my bones.
Enough to make your system blow?
Bless you. I don't know what that means.
It's from...
I know, that sounds like a reference to something, but I'm not following
it. It is. It's a reference to the song Radioactive by Imagine Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who I've seen in concert, because I'm cool. Well, thank you all so much for joining us this week at Noodles at Noon. You can go to noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
Or anywhere that you can find podcasts, be it Spotify, Anchor,
Google Podcasts,
Fazoli's, Wendy's.
Also, this week,
Southwest
you know
Airlines?
how in some of the larger churches, how they have cry rooms, like when your baby cries, you can take them into like a little room and still hear the sermon. Instead of the sermon now, you're going to be able to listen to Noodles at Noon.
Nice.
So
that's honestly, we've made it big time if we're in the church cry room. So make sure you listen to us at all of those places. But thank you for listening once again this week to episode number, I believe it's 35.
Yep.
You've been with us for 35 weeks. So that's 34 more than I thought we were going to do. We're going to get underway with our weekly updates, and I'm going to go first. And my big, exciting weekly update is that I had a pretty normal week.
Whoa.
As weird as that sounds. And when I say normal, I mean by like 2 years ago normal, not new normal. What I mean by that is Monday I didn't do anything because I'm boring normal. But Tuesday I got to go to a Major League Baseball game where there were other people. We were all wearing masks. It was actually done really, really well. I felt very safe the entire time. There were seats roped off on either side of where my dad and I were sitting. And yeah, I didn't feel like I was in danger at all. And then that Wednesday, I'm trying to remember. No, that Wednesday I also didn't do anything because I'm boring. But Thursday, this is the most unnormal thing I did, was I drove and I got my vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So give it a couple weeks and I will be
have a family.
Yes, I will.
It's
have
a family company.
It's in Johnson & Johnson. My
company.
baby will be crying, no tears. But I have a slightly sore arm. But other than that, I'm feeling well. Friday, I got a little sick. Not like sick, but my back hurt and I had a headache the whole day. But it kind of came in waves, so I was able to ride it out, surf the side effects that Friday. And I actually got to go to work on Friday because we were celebrating our supervisor's birthday, so we all got pizza and we gave her a gift. So I got to go into the office, and that was pretty normal. And then on Saturday, which may or not be when we were recording this, I actually got to go to a movie for the first time in a movie theater in over a year. And let me tell you, it was an experience. I also felt very safe the entire time, too, because there were only 6 people in the theater. It was me, my brother, my sister-in-law, and then there were 3 other people in the very top back of the theater. So we were about 30 feet away from each other the entire movie. And the movie we went to see was Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Noah wins.
Yep. They both guessed it before we started the show. And let me tell you, if you need a good introduction to movie going after you haven't gone to a movie in a movie theater in over a year, Godzilla vs. King Kong is like the absolute perfect movie. Because, first of all, it's actually pretty short. Second of all, I almost said it's a great movie. It's not a great movie. It's a monster movie about two ginormous monsters fighting each other. And that is just as good as it can possibly be. But I think it is a awesome movie to watch, which I think is what you need when you first go to a movie. Because you don't want to go to like a good movie that's going to win an Academy Award for Best Picture because, let's face it, those are boring. But this is like everything a big Hollywood blockbuster should be, in the sense that you have two giant monsters punching each other, and that's it. There are some humans there who kind of move the story along, but that's not why you go to this movie. You go to watch two giant monsters punch each other, and it accomplishes that goal. There is a lot of monsters punching each other, and for that, I give it a solid 10 out of 10. Welcome to Ben Shoemate's Movie Review Podcast.
Dang.
It's the perfect movie. Wow.
It is the perfect movie for what it says it is. Because
I feel
it was never like, oh, this is going to be the next great American movie that tackles all of our issues. No. This addresses none of them. And it is fantastic. Discuss.
Yeah, I feel like I agree. I think if you want to go back to the movie theaters, you want to have something that's going to take advantage of what the movie theater offers that home does not offer. If I want to go watch The Green Book, which won the Oscar 3 years ago.
I let Ben borrow that movie.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know anything about it. I can watch that on my little 30-inch TV at home here and be just fine. But Godzilla versus Kong, you want to feel the building shake. You want to feel that Godzilla shoot out his laser mouth at King Kong. I don't know anything about
atomic
these
breath.
people. Whatever.
But
you want that in a theater.
Yeah, to that point, we went to a Dolby Digital theater, which has like the best sound system I've ever experienced. Yes. Like your chairs vibrate during the movie with like all of the bass. It is amazing. We should all go and then do an actual review. But
we should all do like a podcast listening party, rent out a movie theater, and just like put up the static Noodles at Noon logo, but then the podcast plays in the Dolby Theater, and you feel the chair shake every time Michael speaks. It'd be amazing.
But only Michael.
Only Michael.
7.1
or
Noodles at Noon in 7.1 surround sound.
Yes. It would either be only Michael or low voice Noah, which weirdly happened before we started recording. His voice got like
weird, man.
2 octaves lower, and it was really awkward.
I can clip it, and we can put it on the website. I'm going to put a note inside of the show notes so we remember to actually do that,
good. Yeah.
we always forget to do that.
Insert low voice Noah here.
The Zoom thing, how you can change it where the pictures are.
12 decibels
What are you
lower.
doing to your voice? And why?
Who, me? Or
Yeah.
You're
trolling.
Voice is so low.
It's not me.
Yes, it is.
It is you.
It's not me.
And where can people find that, Michael?
noodlespodcast.com/35. Just kidding. Don't do the /35. We're not that advanced. It's just
Noodlespodcast.com. That was my attempt at being low enough for the Dolby Digital sound. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone, make the lowest sound you can make. Let me crank up my bass on my thing. Whoa. I don't know if that actually... Did that get lower? I couldn't tell.
I heard it.
Oh, good. Anyway, another thing I would like to shout out, except for the fact that I had a pretty normal week. I'm very blessed that I was able to get vaccinated. If you get the chance, I highly recommend it. It's a great experience. A stranger stabs you in the arm. But another thing I want to shout out was I wanted to shout out my mom because this week she received the award for the school district that she teaches in. She's an elementary school teacher. She won the elementary school teacher or the Elementary School Teacher of the Year award for her school district. And there were
Whoa.
like 79 people nominated, and my mom won. So round of applause to my mom for being the amazing educator that she is. My sister-in-law teaches in the same school district, and she was also nominated. So another round of applause to
there's probably
Audrey.
some drama there.
Oh, no. Goodness, no. Neither of them like wanted to win it because they're both way too humble. But yeah.
That is awesome. That's a really cool accomplishment. And I've never been specifically taught by your mom, but I've been in her classroom like many years ago, and I've been around her enough to know that she would be an awesome teacher, or is an awesome teacher.
She is. I was taught by my mom for quite a few years.
I was
So
taught
were
by
you,
your
Michael.
mom in the classroom.
I think we need to have her on the show for a full episode.
I think so too, but she would hate that because she's humble.
Will she fall asleep during it?
She
It
might.
puts her to
It's
sleep.
just a Pavlovian thing. She hears our voices and just passes out.
Welcome back to Noodles at Noon.
I'm used to being out by the time Michael says his first word, so
Yeah. I didn't even know Michael was on the podcast. I always fall asleep before then.
Oh, Michael's on this too? I always hear you introduce Noah, and that's all I ever get to.
Well, that's my week, but let's catch up with somebody else. Michael, tell me about your week.
oh, it's been a huge
In Dolby
week.
Digital Surround Sound.
A huge week. No, it's just been a big week. A lot of stuff has been done. I applied for an apartment Thursday, Friday. I will hear back probably by the time the show comes out or the day after if I got accepted. Long story short, they keep raising the price, and they kept doing so to the point where the almost 800 square foot apartment was the same cost as the 700 square foot apartment. So I just went for broke because I had a better move-in date. So I applied for 800 square feet just for myself, which is tragic, but it's going to be epic. And in the process of doing this, I need furniture. And the cool thing about my family is we have a collecting habit. I guess it's not hoarding. I don't know. So we went to the basement and I found a nice TV stand down there that was in my mom's kitchen when she was at some home. But under that, I found something. You guys might want to see the camera for this before I say it. But I found this. I found Seen It Junior in the basement.
We've always talked about that.
And we are going to stream it this week.
Yes.
We are?
Yes, we are. Because
When?
just like the Monopoly stream when I was forced into it, this is my retaliation. We're going to play Seen It on a live stream, and I'm so excited. We're going to do it remotely, though, because some idiot here is not vaccinated. So the plan being, Ben, I think you have church Wednesday night.
I do.
Okay, so it might replace Noah and I's bro time on Thursday, but that's okay because I cannot wait to play this. And I will do some tech testing to make sure that everything works. But I found Seen It, which is a DVD game where you like do trivia and you watch movie clips at the same time.
It's Seen It Junior too, which means
But it's
it's
a junior,
appropriate
yeah.
for
It's
Noah.
for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Noah can
copyright-
play.
on one of
Yeah.
on one of Jesse's and my first dates. So I was 21 when we started dating. We
Now
went
he's
to
30.
we went to a movie
Wow.
store and we were like looking at a movie and she picked one that I don't remember what it was, but it was rated R. And she's like, "Well, we could watch this." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine. I just need to call my mom and make sure that she's okay with that." And Jessie totally bought it, and she was like, I think she's had second thoughts about the whole thing at that point.
Oh my gosh. What movie was it?
I don't remember now that you say that. I can't remember. I don't think it wasn't anything like super inappropriate, but I mean, it was rated R, so you never know. But anyway, I just thought that was funny.
Ah.
Well, no concerns
is
here.
funny.
You homeschoolers are welcome to watch Seen It Thursday night, probably like 8 p.m. Eastern is maybe what we'll plan on.
So it's like 7 p.m. Central.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that like
you can do
6
math.
p.m.
6
Mountain?
p.m. Mountain
Yeah.
time?
I don't know what that is for the West Coast.
Bunch of
but it's
Mounties in Canada. That's the only people who live in the mountain time.
horseback.
Horseback people.
I am so excited though, because we went to ARC in January before Ben's world got turned upside down momentarily, and I was gonna get a Seen It, but then I like thought about it, and then I did think I might have one at home. All it took was moving half the basement around to find a TV stand in order to find it. But I have it for free, and I'm gonna see if it works.
So
Do you have any
is
baseball
it like,
cards in that basement?
No,
Oh, dang it.
absolutely not.
Is it like, it's not a Disney scene it, right? Like, what are the movies that we're
No,
gonna be...
they have branded. Let me. All right. Okay. Oh gosh.
We're getting
So there's
some
like-
Seen It ASMR.
There's like Ice Age. There's that kid in the middle who's from Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know what movie he's promoting here. And then there's some woman on the top,
Oh.
and I have no idea what that is. But it's just kids' movies, I guess. I don't know. It'll be
Sweet.
entertaining.
That one in the middle. Oh gosh, I know it. Why can't I think of it?
It doesn't say. I can't even explain who he is. Zach Baggins? No, that's the guy from Ghost Hunters.
Well, that's
Oh.
gonna be fun. I look forward
Yes,
to
That
that.
is gonna be fun.
Yeah. But that's the end of my updates.
So join us Thursday night. We will be seeing it.
4 if you live in Alaska like us. 4 p.m.
Yes, something like that. Well, for my weekly update this week, I was also going to talk about what Ben talked about, being the fact that I got vaccinated this week. And it was quite an experience. It was really cool to kind of see how it all came together. And I don't know, Ben, did you go, was your vaccine like at an office, or was it like in a giant room with hundreds of people?
My vaccine was at like a grocery store pharmacy.
Oh, okay.
So one of those deals.
Mine was in like a hangar. It wasn't a hangar, but it was like the size of an airplane hangar, and it was in operation. It was gigantic. Like there were probably 200 or 300 people in the room, which I was kind of like, that was
Oh,
the
I
most
thought the
people I'd
hangar
seen.
was in operation and like people were flying planes into it. I'm like, what?
They're like, all right, I'm gonna stab you. Oh wait, hold on. There's a plane coming in. Let's get out of the way.
Taxi.
But yeah, there was like a long spaced out line that we had to go through. And it was funny, as we were walking in, a guy was walking out, and he was some dad. Like, he was clearly a dad. And he saw that Jesse and I were walking in clearly to get vaccinated. And he grabs his arm and just goes, "Oh man, that vaccine hurts so much." And just looked over at us. And then his wife was like, "Greg, how dare you? It's not that bad. It's not that bad." And she was like trying to comfort us.
And then did you walk by a couple dudes that went, "Hey, give us one of these"?
Yeah,
No.
it was probably that same guy, actually.
Oh,
Greg. Dang it, Greg.
It was Greg, definitely. But I don't know. I had some observations. A lot of the volunteers, because they have volunteers kind of directing traffic and getting your forms ready. And a lot of these volunteers were definitely older, like probably in their 60s or 70s. And I thought that was really cool because they had, all been vaccinated in the weeks prior and were kind of first in line to get the vaccine. And now they were using their newfound invincibility to help others and help younger generations get the vaccine, because it was mostly pretty young people that were in there. So I got my shot. We sat down and we got juice and a sticker. Did you get a sticker, Ben?
No, I got like a sheet of paper that told me when I could leave.
I got that too, but I got a sticker that says I got my COVID-19 vaccine.
Nice.
And then it has a giant virus cell on it. What do you call this, Michael? You're the expert.
just a virus.
It is a virus.
The nucleocapsid
It's got a
of the
virus on it. We were very excited about the juice. And then this lady was like, "Hey, do you want your picture taken?" And nobody else was getting their picture taken. So I'm not sure why. I think she could tell that I was just like really excited to be there, and I was just kind of beaming after getting my shot.
Does it have to do
And-
anything with the fact that you went around to every station and shook everyone's hand? And you're like, "Oh my gosh, nice to meet you. Thank you so much." Is that
Yeah,
the
I gave-
indication that?
I gave the nurse a huge hug, got right in her face, ripped my mask off. I was like, "I don't need this anymore."
Free, forever,
but-
we're free. Rips off mask.
So this lady took our picture. We were very excited. We were brandishing our Band-Aids in front of our bodies. And yeah, it was awesome. It was a good day. It was a good experience. We'll go back in a few more weeks and finish up the process. But yeah, I don't know. It was encouraging. It was exciting to just see like dozens and dozens of people pouring into this place. And yeah, it was amazing. They were very efficient and really great at what they were doing.
That's awesome.
And
I always
they
get
put you
that's
on
my
an
story.
airplane and kick you out.
Yep. They fly you back home.
Just drop you
When,
off.
uh,
And just get to
Express service.
skydive out onto your house.
It is exciting because when I was getting mine, I like saw all the other people there getting theirs. I was like, "What's up, friends? We're doing the thing, guys. We're so cool. We're getting vaccinated." A funny story from mine, because I was apparently the last person of the day to be getting their vaccine, because I was like, "This is the only time I can get it. It's after work, and it's a bit of a drive." I had to drive like half an hour to where I needed to be at to get it. So I was the last person they vaccinated that day. But so the guy, like, we did like the whole check-in thing, and then he was like, "All right, come around here, sit in this chair." And he was like, "Can you hold up your sleeve for me?" I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." And I was like, "I'm going to keep looking this direction," which is the opposite direction of where he was. And I was like, "I'm going to keep looking over here because I don't really like getting shots, so I'm just going to keep looking this way." He's like, "Oh, that's fine." So he gives me the shot, and I'm kind of like talking because I'm always talking. And he goes, "Are you feeling all right?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I feel fine." He goes, "Oh, okay, good, because the last person I gave the vaccine to yesterday told me the same thing about him not liking shots, and when I got up to go let him through the door so I could bring him back, I found him on the floor passed out."
Oh,
I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not that bad. I'm pretty okay with. Like, I'm better than that, at least when it comes to getting shots." So hopefully that guy got vaccinated too, and they didn't just leave him there.
Well, wasn't it after they vaccinated him that he passed
No, it was
out?
before. It was before they vaccinated
he just
him.
like looked away to go get the vaccine, and he looked back, and the guy was passed out.
Well, it's like they do the check-in thing, like behind a counter, and then
yeah.
they go open a door to bring you back. So in like the 5 seconds it takes them to get around to open the door, he had passed out.
Wow.
Which shouldn't be funny to me, but it is.
I did think about how this is like the first time I've gotten a shot in a long time,
Yeah.
because I have not been getting my flu vaccines every year, but I think I'm going to now.
I think I've
'Cause
only
I'm-
ever gotten
I'm
one.
a brave boy.
did you get sick that year? Because that's the most common defense of not getting the flu vaccine is people go, "Oh, I got it one time and I got the flu that year."
No,
No?
I didn't get the flu. I never get
Okay.
the flu. I haven't once had the flu. It's weird.
What?
Yeah. I've only had the vaccine once, and it was this past year that I decided to get it because I'm like, I don't want the flu and COVID. So I went to go get it, but that's the only time I've ever had it before. I'm not saying you shouldn't get your flu vaccine. I'm saying it's a good idea. I just have never done it before, and it's never come up.
Yeah, when you volunteer in healthcare, they heavily encourage it. When I was volunteering at the hospital, you had to have it or you couldn't volunteer. But I ever since I've been little, I've gotten the flu vaccine annually. My health insurance people opened up enrollment, I guess, for the COVID-19 vaccine the day the show comes out. So I'm going to try to sign up. I have a bad feeling it's going to be a heyday, though, because there's a lot of people out there that want to get theirs done, and I don't feel like driving an hour and a half just to do it. So, I'll try Monday, so you guys can stop guilting me.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
we're
shots
going to
don't
keep
scare me.
guilting you.
I'm not afraid. I'm not. Give me
We're-
16
we're-
doses of that sucker.
Michael's making excuses. I know. I asked the lady, like, since I'm here, you can just go ahead and give me the second one. So she did that, and it was great.
Yeah.
So generous.
And now Noah is a superhuman. Well, it was so good to hear from your guys about your guys' week.
Your
Our
guys.
speak pipe question of this week: how was your week? Tell us about your week. Fill us in on all things you, and we'll play it on the show next week. Please
I
do
keep
that.
wanting to say,
That'd be fun.
if you're a future listener, like somehow the show is still hosted on a server, and in 5 years you find the show, feel free to leave a speak pipe. It may still work, and then maybe there'll be a revival show in 15 years where we'll come together and we're like 37 years old, And it's like, hey, Benny boy, how has the last 15 years of your life been? And then we'll play speak pipes from different listeners, and it'll be absolutely amazing.
Well, yeah,
it's
like if
funny
somebody
how-
has a podcast question, or if somebody listens to an old episode of the podcast and they want to answer that speak pipe question, we'll still air it,
Exactly,
even if the question is
exactly.
no longer relevant.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
It'll just take us a while to figure out what you're talking about.
I do know I'm going to call her out right here and right now. Aaron,
Pam! Oh,
you have never left us a speak pipe. You need to do so. And Pam. Pam's never left us a speak pipe. Pam, you need to leave us a speak pipe.
I'm gonna
I'll
pull
probably
up-
get a text from
Hang
you
on.
asking how to do that, but I'll walk you through it.
I'm pulling
Oh,
up
we
my
can talk
Facebook.
about it. You go to noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
You click on Contact Us in the upper right.
Contact us in the upper right.
You hit the big orange button that says Start Recording, I believe. We still
You
never
hit
know.
the big orange button that says start recording, I believe.
Yeah, we never checked. But you go there, you hit that button, you give Chrome or Firefox or Safari or Edge or Internet Explorer permissions. Opera.
We
to
do have one
perm-
Opera user in our audience.
DuckDuckGo to have
Wow.
permission to your microphone. Oops, I just muted my microphone. And then it's there.
All right. So since you guys called out some people, I'm going to also call out some people. I just pulled up my Facebook friends list. So
Oh, shoot down the
Zachary,
line. on.
Lydia, Colin, Kate, Carrie, Tracy, Aaron, Dave, Kyle, Eric, Deb, Ryan.
Is this just going to be 10 minutes of
Brian?
Ben bragging
Yeah.
about how many friends he
how many
has?
friends I have? Just keep going. Just scroll all the way to the end. Jennifer.
I have
Miranda.
zero Facebook friends.
Same.
I have
You
a
have
Facebook,
Facebook.
profile, but I
Oh.
have zero friends on it. 'Cause it's only
Brenda,
for work.
Vicky, Olivia,
Ben, do we have a game this week?
Kevin,
Or Michael? Michael, do we have a game
Elise.
this week?
He's broken. He's broken. All right.
Hannah.
All right, boys. We're
Keith?
going to bring a little bit of weird holidays. Again, last week Noah failed me and did not bring weird holidays, which would have
Quinn?
brought us to the start of April with our holidays. So that didn't happen.
Brianna.
Again, the modified version of this game is that I take you better mute, boy. I take
Jacob.
some of the holidays, 5 to be exact, from this month, and I give you a really vague hint, and whoever gets closest to the actual deal wins a point. This game is kind of subjective, but that's what we do best around here.
Suggestive. Do I need to call my mom?
Subject. It's rated R. You have to call your
Rated R.
mom before you can play this game. All right, I am ready. Sunday, April 4th, of course, was Easter Sunday, but this day was also a really special holiday that you two know very well. And we'll start with Ben. So it was Easter Sunday, but it was another holiday that you two know very well. And if you don't know it, I will be very upset with you. No cheating.
This is easy. This is so easy.
'Kay.
This is April the 4th be with you day.
Oh, yes. Cousin to May the 4th be with you day, which is Star Wars Day.
Nailed it.
Noah, what do you have?
I wish you guys had watched Arrested Development, because on that show, the white people decide they want to use up all of the Cinco de Mayo supplies, so they make a May 4th holiday, and it's called Cinco de Cuatro. It's pretty great. Michael, I think it's Michael Day, because it's something Ben and I both know really
Wow.
well. And what do we both know really well other than Michael?
Now, there is a Michael Miss for Michael the Archangel, celebrated in, I think, Roman Catholicism. However, that is not this day. So this is Tell a Lie Day, because you guys don't know it. I was lying. It was a bluff. It was a bluff. So it's Tell a Lie Day.
Oh.
So we have April the 4th be with you, or Michael Day. And Ben was
Michael
really
was lying.
Ooh. I was going to say that your answer was more convincing, but because Noah always gets the short end of the proverbial point stick, I will give Noah the point because I was
'cause
the one lying.
Michael was the one lying.
All right. Noah moves up to a point. All right. Monday, April 12th.
That was terrible.
What is that day? No, we start with you.
National Day of Explosions. National Day of Thrilling Explosions.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so National Day of Thrilling Explosions.
I'm glad I had
And-
muted my microphone like before you did that. So you
But you
couldn't.
didn't mute your ears, right?
No, I didn't mute my ears. I totally heard it, but you couldn't hear me. Let's see. That sounded like canned air. Because I know you have a can of air by your desk.
Ooh.
So I don't know if it's like blowing hot air day. I don't know. Is it National
No, that
Blowing
was
Hot
Lying
Air
Day.
Day? Oh,
That
you're
was the
right.
last one.
I don't think it's National Canned Air Day.
Is
Air
blowing
horn
hot
day?
air
I
day?
don't know.
So
Blowing
you're
hot
locking
air.
into-
Blowing.
Is that what you're
Broken
locking-
air horn
I
day.
can't speak. Blowing hot air horn. No, blowing
What?
hot air day.
What?
I almost said blowing hot air horn day, but no, it's blowing hot blowing hot air day. There we go.
Okay, so we have National Day of Big Explosions from NOAA, or Blowing Hot Air Day. The actual holiday is Big Wind Day. So I put a massive gust of wind straight into my microphone, and Ben will get a point for that because it's most similar.
Skull. Okay.
Saturday, April 17th. Right here is your hint, so listen to it carefully. Use it to get points. Again, right here is your hint. Listen to it carefully. Use it to get points. Ben, we'll start with you.
National Haiku Day.
Dang it.
All right. So Ben comes in with National Haiku Day. Noah, what is your?
Well, he's definitely
now
right,
why?
but I'm gonna drop the national. I'm just gonna say Haiku Day.
Oh, you.
I apologize for accidentally saying so before listening to it carefully the first time. That was a mistake. It is International Haiku Poetry Day. Noah gets a point.
No. What? Wait, why does Noah get a point?
Because you said National Haiku Day, which is incorrect. He just said Haiku Day. I'm making it interesting because I don't think he'll get it in the next one.
Okay, gotcha.
Sunday, April 25th. Get yourself a slightly modified ribose sugar, a nitrogenous base, and a phosphate. Smash them together and link them. And you can celebrate this day. Noah, you're up first.
Ben, do you know this? Is this like a public schooler thing?
I'm gonna ask him to. No, I'm gonna ask him to repeat the question.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right
Can
now?
you say the compound again or whatever?
All right. So get yourself a slightly modified ribose sugar, a nitrogenous base, and a phosphate. Smash it all together, and then you can celebrate this day.
Is that Vegemite? Is that what Vegemite is? I'm gonna say
Is
Vegemite
that-
Day.
Okay. Noah with Vegemite Day. Ben, what do you propose?
Well, sugar makes me think of candy, and phosphate makes me think of phosphorus, which makes me think of bananas. So I'm going to say banana split day.
All right. So we have Vegemite Day from Noah, Banana Split Day from Ben. The day is National DNA Day. So DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid, which is made of a deoxyribose sugar, a nitrogenous base, and a phosphate. And if you put them all together, you get DNA. Now, if I would judge this, I would say that bananas are the most cellular of the banana split or Vegemite, which means they have DNA. So I'm going to give Ben the point, which also makes our final round quite interesting.
Ooh.
Agreed. Agreed. Definitely not rigged in any way with the scoring previously, but it's fine. Noah deserves to have a chance, and it comes down to this. Thursday, April 29th. Celebrate this day by telling someone you've got Windows on your laptop, or you need to bring your tray table to the upright and locked position, or you've got a security breach at Los Pantalones. What is this day? Ben, we'll start with you. You've got Windows on your laptop. You need to bring your tray table to the upright and locked position, or you've got a security breach at Los Pantalones.
Okay. So got Windows on my laptop. which is a computer software. Bring the
Sorry, no, wait, hold on. That's going to lead you astray. These are all 3 ways of saying the same thing.
got Windows on my laptop. Pantalone. What was the pantalones thing?
Security breach at Los Pantalones.
That makes me think of XYZ. Examine your zipper. And then the stow your trays in the upright position. That's what they say on an airplane when you're coming in for a landing. Hey, Noe, do you want to go first?
I'm thinking really hard here,
Yes.
and
I am too.
struggling.
I'm struggling. I'm like, I have an idea, I just don't know how to say it.
You can say it in a different language if you desire. You can even speak in
it's not
tongues.
English that's the problem.
Oh.
It's you that's the problem.
Rude.
I think it has to have something to do with laps. National Take a Lap Day. I don't know.
Okay. National Take a Lap Day. Noah, you've had plenty of time to ponder. Let's hear it.
And that's a good thought though. Because laptop is with your pants. The tray table, that can't be. Wait. Well, that doesn't really work. I'm thinking laptops and tray tables both have hinges. And security breach in your pants. That's a bummer. That's not a hinge though.
It's a bummer.
I got Windows. Hey, I got Windows on my laptop. Man, I don't want to take up much.
Is that a rap song? I've got Windows.
It's starting
on my
to sound
laptop.
like it.
Yeah, maybe these are all raps. These are all big rap songs. National Day of the Mundane.
Interesting. Okay, so National Take a Lap Day, National Day of the Mundane, and the answer is National Zipper Day. These are 3 different ways to tell people that their fly is down, according to this one website, but some of them are pretty weird. So we can't probably link to that because we got homeschoolers that listen to the show. So I'm sharing it in the Discord because number
I
one
get
is,
it now.
is something you want to read.
Your
So-
tray table. Okay.
Oh man, Day of the Mundane. Or
You gotta
Take
give
a
it to
Lap
Ben.
Day. Are you gonna? Okay, you're gonna concede your point that easily.
Well, I feel like a lap is close to a zipper. I don't know that although zippers are mundane. You guys know about YKK?
Yeah, it's the brand that makes all the zippers in the world.
They make like all the zippers, like 95%. And this was someone gave me this revelation that YKK manufactures pretty much all of the most mundane object in the world, the zipper.
Okay. I will accept that argument, but let me just say, when I was going through the...
You did say... Ben
I
said
did say
it. Ben said it.
examine
Ben
your
said it.
zipper.
It's over. Ben wins.
Which means
Oh,
your
that's
fly
true.
is down.
Ben said
So-
it. He said XYZ. I kind of forgot that he did, but he did, and I heard it.
I
It was
can't
not like
top
the
that.
cardboard cutout. GG. Good game. Congrats, Ben.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you very
Noah.
much.
Better luck next time.
And Noah still
So
won't
this
win a game because he's hosting the next one.
That is true. Okay, well, so we have a new tradition in the Discord where
Oh, but
Michael
sorry.
posts-
Wait, hold on. Sorry. We haven't ever announced that our Discord is now public on the show. I don't think it's ever been done. So if you want to join that, again, noodlespodcast.com.
yeah,
You
we've
should
said it
be-
before. You go to
Oh, you
noodlespodcast.com. There's a join
When
the
did you do
Discord
that?
button. You hit that, you join. We got a new follower this week, being Jessie, my wife, and then she accidentally got into a voice channel and stayed there for a long time. And then Ben and I had to tell her that we could hear her in the voice chat, and then she never came back. So
We scared
But
her
we didn't
away.
mention it last week, at least. So there you go.
And speaking of our Discord, I did want to mention one thing that came up in our Discord. Last week, we talked about Good Times, wanting to start a Bible study podcast in a Good Times. And
In the good times, but not of the good times, is what it was called.
Exactly. And Daniel, friend of the show, been on the show a few times, came in with a comment saying, by the way, Good Times is a local restaurant and is doing a ton to sustainably source and create their food. Their beef is all local, grass-fed, not pumped up on steroids. They are worth supporting. So, if you have a Good Times in your area, go eat a Good Times burger because they're good, apparently. But with that said, we'll move on to our final game of the podcast, Game Show Garbage. And in this game, I went and looking for some of the worst game shows because we play a lot of games on this podcast. It's somewhat like a game show podcast, and sometimes we have good games, sometimes we have games that are not so popular. And it's the same with game shows. Sometimes they're really popular game shows like Jeopardy or what other game shows are there? Wheel of Fortune.
Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal. That's true. Is that still on?
Yes.
Is it? I know it comes on and off.
I watched it the other
Lately.
day, I think.
Okay.
It may have been a rerun, though. But it was definitely, like, on the TV.
Were they wearing masks?
No.
That could
It
be an
was a
indication.
rerun. Like, let me just say
Okay,
that. It was a
okay.
rerun. But
All the models are up there wearing masks in their model outfits.
Yes.
But there are some games that are real bad and they barely make it to air and then they don't last very long. So I have 3 games listed here, and all I'm going to give you is the title and a short description, and you guys have to tell me what the game show is about, and whoever's closer will win the point. So, who won the last game? Ben. So we'll start with Michael this week. Michael, Set for Life is a game show involving 13 light sticks, a guardian angel, and Jimmy Kimmel. Explain to me the plot, explain to me how Set for Life works.
So these are all true?
These are all true. Yeah, it's a real show.
Oh my
It's
gosh. That sounds terrible. Jimmy Kimmel, huh?
It already sounds terrible.
Light sticks, Jimmy Kimmel. What was the other important part?
A guardian
13.
angel
Oh, guardian angel.
and a zipper. No, just kidding.
Oh, YKK. So I heard light stick, and you know what I thought of? It's Daisy Ridley's birthday today. Happy birthday! No, I
was
thought
gonna
of
mention that.
lightsaber. So, of course, it's a knockoff to Star Wars called Wars Amongst the Stars, where people smack each other with lightsabers, and the first one to make it to the guardian angel without being incapacitated wins the game. And Jimmy Kimmel is just there to provide celebrity draw. Otherwise, no one will watch. There you go.
All right, so Jimmy Kimmel Star Wars game show, basically.
It's kind of like that American Gladiator show where you just like smack the snot out of someone with a light stick, but you're trying to reach the guardian angel. That's the whole goal.
Okay, that sounds good. Ben, what do you think?
I think, and I will say this, the show is called Set for Life, right?
Yes.
So Michael changing the name of the show will lose him points, right?
No, I was just saying that it's roughly inspired by Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I think you did say it's called War of the Stars or something like that. But
No, that's just the theme.
That's the subtitle. Set for Life,
the
War of the Stars.
it sounds like a really bad book that I wouldn't read. Oh gosh, this is a good question. I think it's more like Lincoln Logs and the light sticks. You have to like build a light house. Yeah, you have to build a lighthouse, and then you win money that will set you up for life.
Okay.
I didn't
All
put
right.
a lot of thought into this,
Well,
but neither
you
did
at
Jimmy
least-
Kimmel. So
Well, that's actually what this description says, is that Jimmy Kimmel looks like he had to contractually be there because he doesn't look like he wants to be there. I don't know that Jimmy Kimmel ever really looks like he wants to be anywhere that he
I was gonna
is,
say it doesn't look
but-
like he wants to be on Jimmy Kimmel. So
All right, well, Set for Life was created in the wake of Deal or No Deal, which was a show that involved no skill. It wasn't really, you didn't have to answer questions, you didn't have to perform some kind of physical feat, you just opened briefcases is all you did. So this is a similar concept where there's a stage with 13 light sticks, and you can pull a light stick, and if you pull a white light, your money goes up. But if you pull the stick and it's red, your money goes down. That's as complicated as it is. There's 13 sticks, you pull them, and you either gain money or lose money. And depending on how many sticks you pull is how much money you're going to make a month from now on. So if you pull like 3 light sticks, you'll get $5,000 a month. And then there's also another table that adjusts how many months it's worth. Like you'll get $5,000 a month for several years or 6 months or whatever. So it's really simple. Not a lot of thought put into it. The guardian angel is either a family member or friend of the contestant, and they can stop the game at any point. So if they feel like this person has made enough money, I think they're going to pull red sticks and it's going to go down, the guardian angel can stop the game at any point, and then the person will take home that amount of money. But you don't find out when the guardian angel stopped the game until after the game is over.
Oh.
So
that's kind of scary.
So this guy may have made, $50,000 a month for 25 years, but if his wife stopped him several times ago when he was making far less money, that's the amount he'll take home.
Just so you know, I'd be a horrible guardian angel if either of you guys were on this show and wanted to do this, because I would just go in there and like, oh, we're done now, and then I would just leave. And you're like, oh,
$50 for 6 months? Let's stop here.
That's good money. He doesn't need that much money.
So it
You
sounds
go
like
to a movie
Kerplunk.
every month.
Did you guys play Kerplunk? Isn't that what it was called? The game where you have like the marbles on top of a bunch of sticks and you slowly draw a stick? That's all
Yeah.
it is for adults? Okay, cool.
I like
Yeah.
Kerplunk. It's a good game.
Except when you
I
have
think
to reset it.
I think I'm going to have to give this point to Ben because he specifically said that you're going to be making money that will get you set for life. And there was no Star Wars involved in this, so I think I am going to give it to Ben. But we have 3 questions, so there's still time. The next one is Shopper's Casino, which involves a big wheel, gambling, and shopping. And Ben, you get to go first.
So when you say Shopper's Casino, the first thing it makes me think of is The Price is Right. So I think it's a Price is Right style, only you spin the wheel and you have money. It's kind of like Jeopardy, and you can, like with Final Jeopardy, you can wager the amount of money you want to wager. But when you spin the wheel, it gives you a number, like let's say $20, and then you have to guess the price of the item within $20 of that item. So there could be like, oh, you have to get within $1, I can't speak, $1 of the item, or you can spin it and be like, oh, I could be within $50 of the price of the item. And they'll have like cars and be like, I think this car is $19,995, and the car is like that price or within that price range. Then they get more money that they can wager. So it's like Jeopardy and The Price is Right, all rolled into one.
Whoa. That sounds pretty sweet. I would watch that. Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm afraid Ben hit it on the head because all you said, there's a big wheel and Shopper's Casino. Man.
I said a big wheel, gambling, and shopping.
Oh, I kind of missed the shopping part.
No, but I think you're really close. So I don't have many options of what I could do. I'm picturing like a Wheel of Fortune wheel that has dollar amounts. And you see how many things you can buy for the amount that you spin. But where does the gambling come in?
You tell me, Michael.
Michael and I
don't
can
know.
both cover 2 of the 3 aspects of this game.
But I feel like I just stole what you said because I feel like you nailed it. Like I have nowhere else to go. I'm going to say it's a game where you roll the Wheel of Fortune, and with whatever dollar amount you get, you see how many items you can get in a grocery store for that, but no duplicate items. There you go. It's like when they shut down a grocery store for Michael Jackson just to have a real life shopping experience because he never had one. It's that. They shut down a shopping store, a grocery store, just so people can do their dumb game show inside of it.
That actually
But
gives me
as mentioned
another idea
before.
of what it might be. But I'll just go with what I said the first time.
You can add on.
No, just let me hear what it was, and I'll tell you later.
All right. So this was a game show back in the 80s. Very low budget. It was hosted by Jeff Maxwell. I don't know who that is.
I think we went to
He was in
church with
Jurassic
him,
Park.
Noah.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe it's the same guy. I don't know. We'll see. But apparently it was inspired by like QVC or the Home Shopping Network, these channels where you could buy things online. It's basically just a series of casino games, like different gambling games. And then after you play the gambling games, whoever the winner is gets to spin a big wheel, and you win different prizes along the way. Kind of like Price is Right, how like, you bid on different things and you'll win like a new vacuum here and then a new crock pot over here. I don't know what you win on Price is Right anymore. But then at the end of the game, you get to spin a big wheel, and that will give you your biggest prize, which has things like vacations and appliances and some of these, just great things that you want to win on a game show. So,
I will say this: both of our ideas are better than that.
oh, absolutely. I think that's why this show kind of flopped and nobody's ever heard of it. I feel like, I don't know. I'm trying to distinguish your two answers from each other. What's
exactly.
different?
That's what I was saying. Nothing.
What's different is I said the Price is Right during mine.
You did say Price is Right. But you know what?
The awkward
Because
silence means you want to give the point to Michael.
Yeah,
It does.
that's
yes.
exactly it. All right, I'm cashing in. I'm hitting the button. I'm cashing in because Michael did me a favor and gave me a point I didn't deserve. I'm giving Michael a point he doesn't deserve.
Oh, that almost brought a tear to my eye.
Oh, yeah. It's the
Aw.
heartfelt aspect of this show. All right. Now don't blow it, Michael. I've got you
Okay.
in this game. Don't blow it. For our final question, our final show, we're looking at The Chamber, which involves, well, a chamber, torture, and robots. Michael, what is The Chamber?
It's that one show hosted by Chris Jericho on Sci-Fi, the WWE wrestler, where they put a robot and another robot into a chamber with tools of torture. No. How far back can I go? Let's restart. No, I'm kidding. So robot, they're not going to be torturing people on TV, right? That's not ethical in any way. But I think I'm onto something with putting two robots into a small room, aka a chamber, and having them duke it out. I'm gonna go with that. I'm just
So
gonna
like
go. And Chris
BattleBots.
Jericho, yeah, more, but it's better because Chris Jericho, WWE superstar, is the host.
Okay. So it's like a torture, or it's like a chamber where robots battle it
Torture each other. Yeah, but it's
And
torture,
torture each
because they're
other.
hitting each other and they
Okay.
can feel pain.
out. They're programmed to feel pain. All right, Ben, what do you think?
I'm getting some like Fear Factor vibes, where like they would actually put people in a chamber with robots that torture them. So, I mean, why not? Let's say it's a chamber where robots torture people, and whoever is able to last the longest wins the robots, and then they can use the robots for their bidding. I don't know.
To torture their neighbors.
I would never
Yeah.
watch this.
All right, Ben, you're real close.
Oh, no.
In 2002, Fox presented The Chamber,
It would be Fox.
which is a show. They decided that watching people answer questions like in a nice chair was just not the way to do it. These people needed to answer questions in a torture chamber. So the only chambers that they were able to show on the show before it got canceled, like immediately, involved extremely hot and extremely cold conditions. So they were in like a chamber that was just super, super hot or freezing them out. And then they'd sit in these chambers. They'd be like, it looks like they're maybe strapped in. I can't really tell from these pictures, but it looks like they're, yeah, it sounds awful. And
I don't like any of that.
and
I'm glad I didn't get a point, honestly. I do not want to be known for, in my mind palace, creating human tortured by robot chamber room thing.
Yeah, so they would
Mine
lock
was
these
way
people,
more happy.
They would lock these people in a chamber, and then a robot would ask them the questions. And there were all kinds of issues on set, apparently. Like, people would lose their earpiece and not be able to hear the questions, so then they couldn't answer the questions, and they, like, didn't bother to fix that, and they just let
that was the problem they had on set?
Tortured. They had a few problems, I think. So, yeah, I think we're going to give the point to Ben because he has the sicker mind. So Ben may get the victory on this question, but at least, Michael, you can rest knowing that you're the more moral person.
I'm looking at like a scene capture from one of the shows, and this contestant has a heart rate of 163. Like, it shows their heart rate on the screen.
Why would you watch that? I don't
That is
like
awful.
that. I don't like that.
That's how I feel about Fear Factor. I would never watch Fear Factor.
Yeah. I'm fine with watching Wipeout where people just get smacked, but
but
as
they
soon
choose
as
to
you're
do
putting
that.
them in a locked room with heat or cold, and then what other unspeakable things that they did that got, couldn't make it on the show before it got canceled.
I was actually thinking, when I went into a store one time and they were playing a show on the TV, and I can't remember the name of the show, but it was essentially like American Ninja Warrior, but with cars, people driving cars.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this.
It was awesome, but one of the things that happened is, like, there's a section on the course where they just, like, spray it with fire hoses while the cars are driving through. And one lady was driving her car through, and they're, like, souped-up cars, and it's not like average people. They're people who, for some reason, have chosen to do this with their lives. And she was driving through it and, like, turned one of the hoses on, and it just, like, shot straight through her windshield. And they had to, like, shut down. It was like, oh, my gosh, we just waterboarded a poor woman. So that's another game show. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Let's see. American Ninja
Car.
Warrior with cars.
With cars.
Hyperdrive. That's what it's called. The link I found says Netflix's Hyperdrive is American Ninja Warriors for cars, which is pretty much what I said.
Exactly what you said.
That's exactly what I said. I'm really good at describing game shows, apparently.
Well, anyway, those are some game shows that we should probably never watch and will probably never return to air. So I think I would love to see some network give us a show because I think we put on a good show here. I think so too. I think we could make some great game shows.
If anybody out there wants to make Michael and I's game that we came up with, kind of like the Price is Right, but you gamble on the prices of things and all that stuff, let us know. Go to noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
And
/business inquiries.
/business inquiries. Leave a speak pipe telling us how much money you're going to give us. Yeah.
And that will dictate how good of an idea we give you.
Exactly.
We have
Well,
tiers.
thank you all so much for watching. Congratulations to me for winning the first game and the second game. I did well this week. But thank you, Noah, for preparing a game. Thank you, Michael, for preparing a game and for being here and being awesome hosts. Thank you all for listening. You are the true winners because we're all winners if you really think about it. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week. Unless anybody else has something they would like to add.
Yeah,
before we
stream
leave.
coming Thursday night. Thursday night. 5
there.
p.m. Pacific time. Hopefully.
What they said. Okay, bye.